Hello, 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 good afternoon. It is Pip here for queenpipcards.com and we are talking Moody Monday Pick Me Up videos, and today we are chatting about Tropical Oasis again. I love this set. I can't stop thinking about it and thinking about what I want to do with it, and today we're going to be playing with the added bonus of the fabulous cards. These are the Memories and More cards that you get with the Tropical Oasis Memories and More pack. So these come pre-designed, pre-printed, etc, etc, and look at that, coconut, just amazing. So I thought, well, I love this set. Obviously I'm going to be using it for my Hawaii scrapbook, but before then I thought I would like to make some nice thank you cards for some of my gorgeous customers who have purchased things from me online this month, and try and make them a little bit different. I mean, I like the aloha as it is. You know me, I'm a simple stamper. I could just go all out, just stick them on the cards and go. But I thought, no, let's try and make them a little bit more zhuzhy. That's a technical term. So I've got a couple of things with me. I've got the Memories and More pack with the small and the large. Okay. You get them, you can buy a mixed pack of these, I believe, she says, just checking it out. You used to be able to buy them individually, all large and all small, but I don't know if they still do those and a mixed pack, but I think it's all just a mixed pack. I will tell you, one moment caller, while I just find this for you. Yes, assorted, here we go. So it's $9.75 and you get 10 large, 10 small, and envelopes all included. So that's not bad, is it? That's pretty good. I like that. And then the tropical stuff is in the mini catalogue on page 38, 39. So we're looking at this whole gorgeous suite. So obviously we've got the stamps, we've also got the dies, and I thought we could make some really nice things. I've got some ribbons as well, and we're looking at all the colours. I mean, look at all those colours that go with that. Afternoon, Linda, nice to see you here. Lovely colours, and I've actually got all of them out because, you know, I thought we could just share and have a look and see at them all. So we're going to be playing with these anyway. Just move those over there, and I wanted to show you the lovely die set because half these things I haven't played with yet, so I'm going to try some of those. But first I wanted to have a look at the colours. So just look at this gorgeous colour range. We have Mango Melody, Terracotta Tile, and Grapefruit Grove. Yum. Then we have Pretty Peacock, Soft Suede, and Pool Party. Oops. Also very yum. Can I do that like that? Oh yeah, I can do that like that. Then we have Old Olive. I think you can still see that. I think. Hello, Alison's on. Loving half term, being able to watch live. Yes, I love that too. So we have Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive, which are quite similar in colour, but it's nice to have a light dark. Daffodil Delight and Real Red. Now I've used lovely lipstick before, and then having a bit, going into Frimley Park. Oh, I hope you're okay, Linda. That's not good. Bit of me time's good. Yeah, I hope you're, hope everything's all right. But I like the colours that are here. I've used lovely lipstick before, but I think, but in the pack it's Real Red. Those are the colours that are official like. So I thought, well, we'll go official like. So really, I guess these all kind of go together, these 5, and then I'm kind of guessing that these 5 go together. So we've got like a lovely set of, you're going to see my light though, that's the problem. I can't move that out of the way. Can that go that way for a bit? No, then it makes it really dark. So we'll just move that one over there. So you've got these lovely 10 colours, which are just, aren't they glorious? And I like the pops of blue to just lift it. It's Pretty Peacock and Pool Party, and I think that's great. Oh, good heavens, your mum has broken her pelvis. Dear Lord, Linda, that's dreadful. Oh, bless her. Well, give her my best, won't you? And that's just a terrible thing to happen and have to cope with. That's dreadful. Dear me. Everyone's in the wars at the moment. I know so many people whose mums have done damage to themselves or are not well or whatever. It's not good. I'm just very grateful Mum and Dad didn't break anything when they fell over. So yeah, I feel for you, honey. Deborah, hello, finally getting to see you live thanks to half term. Yes, you and Alison both. It's so nice to have my half termers on. And Sandra's on. Hey Sandra, and Lisa Jane all the way from Australia. So that's nice too. So we've got a great selection of people on today, all over the place. You can all give me lots of great tips and hints on what you want me to do with stuff. But I thought we would practice just playing a little bit with some of these dies, just so that we could see what they came out like, because some of these I haven't even opened yet. You know, it's like that, isn't it, when you get something? Oh, this is making a loud noise, sorry. But you know, sometimes when you get a set, you don't actually play with all of it, you use some of it and not all of it. Shall I do the pineapple? I don't think I've got any Daffodil Delight actually. I've got Mango Melody I could do it out of. We'll see. Maybe the pineapple for me is just, I might do the little pineapple. There we go. The pineapple might be a step too far, and we'll do some little flowers. I think when we're using Memory and More, it's always good to be focused about the size of the images. So there's no point in getting something like that and then whacking a great big flower on it like that, because that would not balance well. Okay, you could possibly get away with it on a background like that. That's possible, but not on some of them. So if you want to add embellishments or additions to your Memories and More cards, it is important to just think about the sizing. Okay. And Sheila's taking the doctor's orders and resting. Good. Yes. Let's not have any more blood pressure issues with you, Sheila. We want you nice and calm and relaxed. So yes, I'm glad that you're watching. Okay. Well, look, I've just found something. You know when you do, Sandra, you'll recognise this. We went stamping, didn't we? We did a lot of stamps. I've found it in my drawer. Didn't even put it... Oh, maybe we'll have to finish that one later. There's another one just to add to the shenanigans. Okay, so we need some Whisper White cardstock. And I have been playing, so I'll have to bring out a new sheet because all my little sheets are all busily chopped up. And I want to cut these in various different sizes. I've got my big shot. It will make the table wobble. I'm sorry about that. But I thought we would just chop up some in different sizes and then do a little bit of stamping. Now, I think the pineapple needs to be stamped in yellow and then coloured with a bit of green for the leaves. I think it would be better if it was in yellow and then coloured, rather than stamping it in green and then trying to put the yellow on. I love the thank you, because I need to make thank yous for all my gorgeous customers. Oh, you're home okay and the ops were gone good. Excellent. We like that. We like that very much, Sandra. I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, everyone's in the wars, as I said. It's just not good. But I'm glad that you're feeling better. And we'll keep the hello, because that's always a nice sentiment. And obviously we've got your birthday one, because birthdays are always good. However, I am, as I say, making thank you cards. So I like making thank you cards. Hey, Leonie's on. Hello from the Netherlands. Nice to see you on here. Is it half term over there maybe as well? I don't know. It is nice to try out a few things, and sometimes I send my customers thank yous that they have requested, don't I, Debbie? So Debbie saw my card that I'd made and I said, oh, maybe I'll send this as a thank you to customers, and she was the lucky one that got it. Sandy's on. Oh my goodness, everybody's on today. How fun is that? That's great. Now, of course, now I don't have one that's going to fit that one. Let's do this. Let's swap these over. Alison, you're not allowed to have a look at the state of my blocks because I cleaned them and then I got them all dirty again. So I just don't be telling me off. Alison's our clean guru. She loves cleaning her blocks. She had some good tips which I have shared previously. So right, let us do some cutting. So I've brought a selection. You know how I keep all my bits. I keep them in these plastic wallets. This keeps them nice and tidy. I can keep them in the same drawer as my paper. Oh, next week, Carnival starting Friday. Oh, lovely. Yeah, tut Alison, I know. But I keep them in these plastic wallets because A, they're very cheap to get hold of, these wallets. You can buy a pack of like 200 or something. So you could share it with some friends. But they keep them very safe. Okay, so I've got as many, and those are the wrong colours. There we go. Yeah, terracotta tile, not rococo rose. I've picked that one up in error. So I've got pretty much all the colours here. Apart from Daffodil Delight. I didn't pick up any Daffodil Delight, which possibly could have been a mistake, but never mind. So let's start with flowers, shall we? And then we'll go on to leaves. So we'll start with the flowers, and I'm just going to run through the Big Shot. I'm just going to get myself some strips out. So we need, how big is this? Is that going to fit that one? No. So it'll fit all the others though. It'll fit this one, which is the important bit. We can get some alohas out of it. That's nice. We can do the same. That'll fit that big one. That's lovely. See what I mean? You can just pull out bits and pieces, small bits that you... I've got loads of real red. I wonder why. Christmas, hello. But you can just... yeah, you can... that one's probably had it, to be fair. But you can just pull out pieces that you know you'll be able to run through the Big Shot. Let's have some pool party flowers, I think, don't you? I think so. I'll have some of those. And then some Mango Melody. Now, I do this. This is how I work. I always cut more than I need. Oh, bless you, Debbie. I'm glad you like it. So I always try and cut more than I need because I like to mess around and play around with my, you know, positioning of stuff, etc. So I will always cut. They're all leaves. So we'll leave those over there for a bit. That's made pineapple that we need to sort out. So we've got flowers and aloha and a big flower. So I will cut all of them out of all of those. And it doesn't take very long. That's the joy, especially when they're not too detailed, these ones, although the flowers are a little bit detailed. So you just bung your sheet on. Can you see that? Bring it up a bit. Bung your sheet on, stick on all your bits that you want to die cut out, and just run it through. That way you get all at once, straight through. And then it doesn't take long just to do that for all the other ones. And the reason why I do this is because I never know what I want to use beforehand. You know, I mean, I could sit there and I could plan everything, but that would be slightly boring. It wouldn't really, because planning is good. I'm not saying that planning is bad, but sometimes you just want to wing it, or sometimes you just don't know how it's all going to come together. You know you've got I've got ideas in my head, but I'm just not sure how it's all going to come together. So it's always good to have what I call my backups. So here are my flowers coming out now. There's my big one. Quite like that. It's quite chunky. It's going to need some decoration on it, I think, to make it work. Of course, we've always got the papers that we could bring in as well, but then that adds just an awful lot more. But we might get some daubers out, do a bit of daubing. Because you need to add, you can't just leave it in solid colours like that. That would not work. Poke out your little aloha, and again you can get the brush tip for this that makes it so much quicker, but I don't have that at the moment. I keep forgetting to put it on in my order. Basically, it's silly because it's a really good thing, but I keep forgetting. So many other things I want. Are you like that? There's always so many other things you could get. That's the thing. Whoops. Needs a few. Now don't ever be tempted to put it back on your and put it through with bits in. I'll tell you for why. It doesn't do your dies any good, and it actually creates a worse die cut than if you spend the time to just push out the little bits. Hey Nori, hello, how are you? Wow, everybody's on today. That's fab. I'm so glad. It's lovely to see you all. God, now I've got the pressure on though. It's got to be good today, isn't it? Because you're all watching. It's like, no pressure, Pip. Oh dear. Still, at least you're all the right way up this time. So that's always handy. Oh, okay. I'm getting some hearts. That's good. Thank you. Yeah, a few hearts and some laughs. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm also incredibly busy at the moment because I'm at this is another thing I wanted to tell you about. I'm at the Create It show in Farnborough at the end of the week with the lovely Sarah and the lovely Fiona, and we're hosting the stand, but I'm also hosting classes, and the lovely Alison and Jane and my upline Diane are helping me with the classes. So if you're popping along, if you haven't got your ticket yet, I am giving away, get this, I'm giving away a VIP ticket for both days, including parking, okay, like top level parking. And I'm also giving away a pair of tickets to actually come to the show on both days as well. So they're not VIP ones, but they're still pretty good, you know, tickets to come to the show. So you get him for free, and then you can spend the money you were going to spend on coming to my classes or my workshops or buying some, you know, nice things of Stampin' Up stuff. So if you want to be in with a chance, and if you can make it to Farnborough on Friday, I mean, I guess if you get tickets for both days and you can only make one day, what the heck, you know. So if you could come Friday or Saturday, then the link is in the description of this video, so it'll be up. You need to go to that post and you need to post on there why you want to come and what you like best about Stampin' Up. I've suddenly realised that these are little tiny stars. Oh my, there we go, those are gorgeous. Look, see, look at all that. And you probably can't see them, they're probably too small, but they've come out of the centre of these flowers and they're all like little tiny stars. Okay, we'll have to use those. So yes, so I wanted to let you know about that and the fact that I'll be at the show. Oh, thank you. I'm fabby, I like that. Oh, and Gina's on. Hey Gina, and Jan, hello. Oh my goodness, the whole world's watching. I'm slightly worried. No, I'm fine. You're all my friends, so that's good. And my lovely customers and friends, so that's good. So yeah, so it's going to be fun at the show. I thought we weren't going to be there this year, but I'm very glad that we are, because I love meeting new crafters, and I've met loads of you at the show. Masses of you I've met through Make It, and that makes my heart sing, you know, when I meet people in Make It and then years later we're still friends and you're still coming to my classes or being customers or demos or teamies or whatever. Just, it's lovely. And Alison says she's so excited she can't wait for the weekend. I know, it's going to be great. Absolutely great. So, there we go. Right, see, how long did that take? And we were just chatting while I was doing that. Didn't take long at all. Now we've got to do the leaves. So we've got 4 leaves, but we've only got 2 greens. So don't panic, it won't take so long. And if you are clever, she says, there's my pear pizzazz. There we go. I'm just going to shove that on the side. And here's my old olive. Yeah, I reckon I can probably get some leaves out of that bit. So we'll just quickly whiz through the pear pizzazz. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might need a couple of these, but we'll see. You never know. You can do quite a lot with 4 in like 2 shades. What is the show? Is it for paper crafting? Yes, Laurie, it is just a paper crafting show. It's called Create It, and it's taken over from Make It that used to be there, but it is like just a paper crafting show, which is fabulous. It's just like a team training and afternoon to follow. yeah, it is, Sheila. That's lovely. There we go. That's quite a nice little leaf, isn't it? Look, I love the fact they're all like textured. See this? Oh, and this one's cute. If I can get it off. This one's got little bits that come out. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. There we go. This one's textured and this one's textured. I don't know how much you can see on my Facebook Live. It always looks better afterwards for some reason than it does when I'm watching. Probably because I'm using one of these mirroring things. Right, let's just run through and do some old olive versions of those. Haven't done anything with Pretty Peacock, have I? I might use it as mats and layers, we'll see. Because, you know, we need to get on and do some crafting and not just die cutting. Although for some people who've never seen die cutting, then this is how you do it. It's very simple. Nothing to be scared of. Sometimes it makes a funny noise and cracks, but you don't need to worry about that either. Not unless you're forcing it. If you're forcing it, something's wrong. Don't be doing that. But if it just goes through and then goes a big kind of like crack, 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 don't panic. That's normal. And I'm very excited. Stampin' Up's going to be bringing out their own machine at the soon, sometime in this year. Not quite sure exactly when yet, but it is on its way. So that's quite cool. Okay. So first of all, let's try and make some cards. Try, she says, because we know we're going to be able to, don't we? Okay, so we're going to be making some cards with our lovely die cut elements and our fantastic Memories and More card kit. Yeah, the leaves and flowers are pretty out there. Yeah, I know, it's great. And it's like we're going to have make and takes on the stand, so people can come and try Stampin' Up for the first time, see whether they like it, see what the products are like, which is great. And then we're going to have the classes, which you can purchase tickets for online. We're going to be mixing and matching the golden you know, the Golden Honey Designer Series paper, the new one, which is all bees and honey and lovely stuff. We're going to be mixing that with the Lots of Happy card kit, which is great. So a bit of watercolour pencils. We always like a bit of watercolour pencils. So yeah, should be good. Should be good. Plus, I hear there's lots of nice hobby things to have a look at and play with too. So lots of the people on the stands are doing lots and lots of the workshops and whatever. I think there's only us and Powertex that's doing workshops and make and takes, which I think is pretty cool. Just goes to show that we've got a lot to show off. Okay, so I've now got Aloha in like 4 colours, which is great because that should match with 5 colours. I did 5 all in that session. Great. Maybe I should have got a green one. No, never mind. We'll do that another day. Okay, so that's Aloha. So make sure all your dies are in one place. You're not missing any underneath, because you know what happens then. I love these little stars. Oh, I want to scatter those somewhere. They look like they need to either be in the centre of, maybe we could swap the colours and put them in the centre of the flowers. That would look cute. But also just get rid of all these little bits and pieces that are not parts of the flowers, because otherwise they have a tendency of getting stuck to everything. Okay, so let's see what we can now start with. So we have these small cards, and as you would imagine, they're just little, 3 by 4, so they fit the Memories and More card, maybe 3 and a bit by 4 and a bit, because they fit the Memories. And no, it's not 3 by 4, Pip, is it? Is it? Oh, I'm going mad. It is. It's 3 by 4. So these must be for like 4 and a quarter by 3 and a quarter. So they're just over. So they just leave a little bit. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Oh, I've missed you being here on my lives. It's nice that you're here now. So yes, 4 and a quarter by 3 and a quarter, just big enough so that you get that nice white border around it. If you don't want a white border, you can always cut some designer series paper, go edge to edge, that kind of stuff. You can have these cards going this way up, it doesn't really matter. We've got some coconuts. Oh, Barry's on, or Jay, probably Barry. Hello. So we've got a lovely, I mean, that one simply just needs like Aloha on it, doesn't it? See, this is my problem then. I get really simple and I just go, doesn't need more than that. What else do we need on there? I don't know, but I think maybe a red one actually. Something a little bright. See how simple these could be if you just pop these things out. Now we do have to glue these. But look, see, you could just literally pop that down and pop a little Aloha in the corner there, or in the middle. Look, see how simple it makes them. So easy. Oops. And then pretty much that's a card done, isn't it? Next. So, but I want to try and make them a little bit more complicated than that. And don't forget, we also have stickers. So just when you thought that everything was, you needed the die cuts and stuff, you do actually have the stickers, which also have the word thanks on them, which I think are lovely. And the little flowers, you get a couple of those. And then enjoy, and some banner stickers, and some hearts and stuff like that. So you have loads of stuff to work with. Okay, so what I want to do is show you that you can also match them up. Okay, so I'm doing that the right way. No, there we go. So you can also layer up the small on top of the big. So let's do this. And Vicky is here. Hello from Maine. Well, hello. Good morning. It's nice to see you. I don't have an American accent. I can't do one. Otherwise, I end up sounding like an Australian, bad Australian. So I won't try. But hello to Maine. It's very nice to see you. Well, at least have you on here watching. So we're playing with the Tropical Oasis Memories and More kit. And I was just saying, oh, so you don't want to really, you don't want to cover that up, do you really? That's amazing. That's amazing. Ah, here we go. Okay, so here's one. Oh, the best is yet to come. See that? I just love these as just cards on their own. That's just like, but I'm trying to go a little bit more. That's a nice one as well. We could do something with that for sure, for a central piece. Hugs, kisses, and good vibe wishes. Yeah. Oh, flamingos. Yeah, we could definitely do something with that. We could do something with that. Oh, and bananas. I'm not quite sure. Heather, hello. How is it Monday already? I know, I don't know. We all got blown here with Storm Dennis. Look at this. Look at that. Actually, do you know what? I know it sounds weird, but actually that looks quite good. Bananas. Who would know bananas would make? I'm going to try and use that. There we go. I'm putting a challenge on myself. So we've got some nice big ones. Loving Today. And with the lovely paradise flowers, etc. That's a nice one too. That one I can't. I just want to put like a little sentiment, and then that's it. Anyway, and then we've got little ones like this. So see how these could fit together, because that's got banana leaves. We'd need to maybe put a little bit of a matching layer on it. We couldn't quite fit it on there because it sticks out, but you know, it's nice. And then we could get some of the other pieces that have maybe a more distinct border. So like this one, for example, if we could let's turn this one up this way, because it matches like that. See that goes on there nicely, don't you think? I think that looks nice. So let's go with that one to start off with, and we'll be popping it on this way. So we'll have a matching, we'll have a white border there and a white border on the card, so that looks good. And then we could just add some little coloured flowers. So this is when you go delving into your little floral pieces, and I think these leaves are probably the closer ones, aren't they? These are the ones that look a little bit more like, I'm sure I know it is Pretty Peacock, but when they add them together like that, it looks like Shaded Spruce. So, you know, Shaded Spruce is also another one I reckon you could get away with. So maybe a couple of leaves. I know it's quite green, but it does still show up on that. And then let's do, did I get two of these out? I must have done. There's another, the smaller one. We can do a smaller one like this. Lovely. Then we're going to want to put a sentiment on it. Oh, now see, I want to steal the red one off of there, but maybe the grapefruit would work. Or this is the terracotta tile one actually. See, that looks nice too. And then we need a thank you, obviously, because I'm making thank you cards. I need to keep remembering that. Now the other thing is, of course, you've also got the ribbons that go with this. So this is the braided trim, okay, which comes in the suite, but because it uses terracotta tile and Pretty Peacock, you've also got the opportunity to bring in these two that are the in colour ribbons. See, and I like those very much, and I think because of the Pretty Peacock in the leaves, that maybe a bit of Pretty Peacock somewhere in there would look great. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to stamp some sentiments and get on and do that. Okay, so this is the one I'm working on. Obviously it's now been decided that this is the one I'm working on, more by kind of just trial and error. You've got to see what takes your imagination, what takes your fancy, and work from there. I find that as soon as you start building that up and then working like that, then the rest of it all sort of falls into place. I'll get rid of some of these little bits which shouldn't be there. Keep those over there. I like the big flowers, but I think they're too big to go with, well, actually they're not too big, but I still think I want the little ones at this point, unless we use a big one as a backdrop, but then it would have to be quite a bright one. No, we're going to just do that. Okay, so where's my Wistful White cardstock? Here we go. As I said, I don't have any small pieces, so I'm going to have to chop up a bit. Are you all right over there? You keeping okay? God, I've got 13 people watching. No pressure. But if you're all right and just following along, that's grand. Oh, Carol's on as well, I think. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to chop this just 8 centimeters wide, because it gives me a nice starting point for my sentiments. And then I've got my thank you, because we're making thank yous. Here we go. And then I'm going to try some different colours and see which one comes out best. Because on here, I actually think that a nice old olive would look good, but it might look too old olivey. So if I'm going to go with a terracotta aloha, I might go for a mango melody or a Pretty Peacock sentiment. If we're going with Pretty Peacock for a ribbon, I think we might do both, if you see what I mean. I don't know. I just love that. Isn't that lovely? Now where's my chamois? Ugh. I forgot to get, I knew I'd forget something. I forgot my chamois. My double chamois. There we go. Love my chamois. They just make it life so easy. Right, okay, and then some pretty peacock. The other thing is that soft suede is also one of the colours, which I'm sure I mentioned before, but that also gives a nice option to bring it down. And these I think are great sets, even though they're flowery. There are some sides to both the papers and the Memories and More that could easily work for men's cards. So, you know, don't just think, oh, it's a flower set, it must be for girls, because that's not entirely true. Okay, so I'm doing quite a lot of free hand cutting of things, but that would look quite good on a timeless, I think. Oh, Leon, you've got to go. Oh, the little one's awake. Okay, lovely. Have fun. Have a good... Oh, thank you, honey. I will try and have fun at the show, and you have fun today with your little one. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to punch it out of this just to see. It's a little large. This is the timeless. Make sure it's straight bit. This is the... Which one is this? Timeless tags? Timeless punch. Yeah. Didn't help I was punching it upside down. Now I've punched it that way, at that side, because then we can do all our like florally bits on that side. This one, I'm going to... It does fit into a circle, but I'm trying to remember which one it fits into. And then I think it fits in this one. Yeah, just. But then you'd have all the... So it fits into this one, but only just. And it would have to be kind of like over this side. I don't really like that. So we're not going to do that. Not going to do that. No, not going to do that. And then, yeah, I don't think it's going to fit into any of the others. So then we're going to bring out the trusty... Yeah, you guessed it. We're going to do it by hand. I know. Hey, Debs is here. Hello. Right. So we're just going to come round, because you can just pop this on. I love the fact that when they've got swirly things like this, you don't have to get it straight. Just keep moving it around. Like so. I hope you're all alright after Storm Dennis made an appearance. I tell you what, I stayed in all weekend. It was scary winds out there. It was not much fun at all. And I do feel for everybody. Debbie, you're alright in Wales. I hope you're not too washed away down there. It looked dreadful on the news. Awful. And up in York. And all over the place, quite frankly. It just didn't look good anywhere, really. Now I'm going to go straight in with this and commit. There we go. Gillian, hey, and how's it over in Northern Ireland? I bet it's a bit blustery over there as well. I hope you're all okay and not too washed out. And they say that we're going to get more as well, which is just a bit heartbreaking, really, considering. Not good. I'm glad you're here, even if you are a little late to the party. You're okay. Don't panic. We're just playing with Tropical Oasis. And she's called Timeless Tropical, but the Memories and More kit is Tropical Oasis, so that's what we're playing with today. So we can either pop this one on, that doesn't look too bad, or we can pop this one on, which is smaller and allows us a bit more wiggle room. Ooh, but maybe then gets a little bit hidden. Actually, I think maybe this one. Okay, maybe that one in peacock. What do we think? Let's turn it over and try it in peacock. Very windy. Yeah, it's been like that here all weekend. Dreadful. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. But I'm just glad that we lost a little bit of... Oh, that's not good stamping at all. No, let's not do that one then. Let's do that one. Or let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Is this you? I can't work out which way round it goes. My eyesight today is obviously not great. Oh, and I've just put my finger in my ink. We do that, don't we? Get inky fingers. I wouldn't be a stamper if I didn't have inky fingers. That's what I keep telling myself. Clean that off on my scrub. Well, on my thingy. Chamois. Yeah, not too bad. I'll have to wash my hair again later. Darn it. That always works. Okay. Yeah, I was just saying it looked dreadful, all those storms, and we got more on the way, and it's like, ugh. I don't know what's worse, snow or wet. Oh yeah, Millmead always bursts its bank down there, doesn't it? Oh, Godalming, Farnham and all stations in between. Yikes. That is pretty hefty. Okay. Not good. Right, I like that. I like that, and we're going to add some of this ribbon behind it. Like so. Like this. I'll just chop that there. Chop that there. Pop that behind it. There we go. Might even come up a bit, who knows? You'll see. There we go. And then we're going to put our aloha on. So we could put our aloha kind of half on, half off, which is nice. Or we could put it right actually on the image, which I think I prefer. And then we can start to do our leaves. And now we've got some white behind us. It really helps to make those leaves pop so that you can see them a bit better against that green background. Yeah. So we just need to work out our placement of all this stuff. I always work things out in advance like this. I know it may seem that I kind of go at it, whatever, but I do kind of work things out a little bit. There we go, because we want to make sure that's going to sit right. That looks okay. Then we've got the little tropical Oasis thingy-me-bobbies, which are also nice. I'd rather have rain than snow. Oh my heavens, I can't keep up with everybody. Hold on. Can I wonder if I can, oh no, I can't scroll back on there. Luckily you're high up, but Pontypridd and parts of Neath were flooded. Ooh. What's the difference between the chamois and the scrub? Ah, okay, so let me show you that. That's a very good question for somebody who does not know Stampin' Up stuff. So this is the scrub. Okay, so it's a solid plastic base. You open it up and it has two halves. And I do love my scrub, but it's big. It's like carpet almost on one side. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It's a bit sort of carpet-like. So, oh yeah, here we go. So you can see it here. So it's like carpet, and you have a wet side and a dry side. The problem is at the moment that you can't get the mist that we use. So we have a little bottle of Stampin' Mist, and mine's on its last legs, and you spritz it like so, and then you scrub it. So you literally scrub. This is on the wet side, so you wash and then you dry, and it is genius. And you can just use water to start off with until we've got our Stampin' Mist back. I've got loads of these. I love them, but it takes up a bit of room. So the chamois, I've only put it in the case. Comes like this, comes clean, purple, doesn't look like this with all the stamping all over it, and you keep it moist. So, oops, she says, dripping everywhere. So you put water on it, and it moistens it and turns it into basically a chamois like you would wash the car with, but it's so soft and it's so fine that when you put your stamp on it, it might mark. So you can see here it's had elves, and on this side it's had some kind of flowery thing, just for you. And then this one, after a while, it gets to look like this one, and you can't even see what it's had on it before. Okay. But it doesn't matter that it gets dirty. It still gets, you just wash it under the sink, rinse it out, put it back, and it's done. And then I purchased one of these, we do these stamp cases. Oh, my battery's just gone on that one. Let me put another one in. Yeah, so you purchase the stamp cases, and then you can put your chamois in it, and this helps, but don't leave it wet in there because it smells a bit. I love my Stampin' Mist. Yeah, it just makes everything smell good. But when we get the Stampin' Mist back, it will be awesome because I love that. But yeah, I like both of them. They're both good. I mean, the chamois is great for moving around. Sorry, I'm just getting up and I'm just going to swap out the light battery because my lights disappeared on me, so you won't be able to see everything. So thankfully I've had them all recharged over the weekend. Let's put that back up there. There we go. Obviously I've been talking too long. Yes, the scrub does get in and out of all the little nooks and crannies, but my chamois does a good job generally on a day-to-day basis. And if your stamp is really, really dirty, then you can always give it a wash under the sink. And in fact, for my photopolymer, I do that on a regular basis anyway, because it helps put the sticky back. Yeah, don't leave it wet and closed. It will go mouldy, so you do have to be careful about that. So I hope that helps. Hopefully that helps. So yeah, so on here I thought we could add like one of these banana leaf things because they're cute. You get a pineapple, a ukulele, which would be great for people who like guitars and stuff, and a flower, and a leaf. So they're really nice. Yes, the chamois is great with the Stamparatus, Linda. That's absolutely right. It is the best. Because with the Stamparatus you can't get the plates off to shizzy them into the scrub, but with the chamois you can definitely get them moving, so that's really good. Okay, I think we're at the point of trying to put all this together, so we'll just build it up as we always do, top to bottom, bottom to top, as it were. So I've put my base layer down. Now I'm going to put my ribbon on, and remember, you can always trim your ribbon. You don't have to get it perfect if you don't know how long it needs to be. Doesn't matter if you don't get it perfect. See, that's a bit short, so that needs to come over here, or you can just take it off if you use it. Because if you use snail, because that's the reason I use snail, because you can move your ribbon around. Okay, that's a bit better. Good. Then we're going to put my aloha. I think I want to put this directly on there. I'm going to use these little makeup thingy bobs again because they're great for this. I'll have to get some in for class with a glue on the end of that. So I'm using the terracotta tile one because we thought that one would go well, and I think it will. I think it'll go better than too much Mango Melody, and then you're all just Mango Melody, and then you need some difference between things, if you know what I mean. There we go. Now the only thing I will say is if you use the Memories and More, just remember to keep the envelopes with them because otherwise you get to a point where you want to send out your Memories and More and you've lost where you put the envelopes. Might just be me that it happens to, but it happens. Okay, so I think about here we'll put the aloha. There we go. It just looks so great. I like that aloha very much. And then we will start to build up the front. Oh good, I'm glad. You've had a plethora of information there, Deb, about all the different things you can use with your chamois and your scrubs and your thingamybobbies, but I'm glad it helped. Now which way did I do this before? Upwards, didn't I? Upwards, I think. I'm going to make these come up. Here we go. And then this one, I think everybody has their favourites of what they like to use. Personally, I like everything, but it's just me. That's probably just me. And make sure that they don't stick over the card too much, because you know otherwise when you shove it in the envelope and then you bend all the bits on your, that's never nice. Now this one I would like to stick this one a little bit higher up, I think. Just trying to see whether we would fit a mini dimensional on there or not. Might be a bit big. Might have to chop up a mini, which we don't normally do. Don't normally have to do because they're normally small enough, but you can chop them in half. I do this quite a lot if I've got really tiny bits that I want to lift. There we go. Even if it doesn't do all of the petals, you can do probably 2 or 3 with a chopped up mini. And then that will give you just that added bit of dimension that you want without having soggy bottoms. Just make sure they don't show behind, because you don't want them to show from the front. Sheila says she loves it all too. Yeah, I know. You and me are very alike, Sheila, in that sense, I think. In fact, quite a lot of us are very alike in that sense. That we all love it very much. So I'm going to pop that up there, like so. Try not to hide the thank you, Pip. This one, I'll go down, I think. Let's go flat on that one, and then I've got to put my little metal one in, and they are metal, so they're, you know, good quality. Pop that one in down there like that, so just so it hangs off the edge, because you want a bit to hang off the edge there. And then trusty glue dot is what you need for this. Oops, get it around the right way. Pop your glue dot on the back like so, and then just tuck that in. What should we do? Maybe tuck it in there. That looks quite nice. It's coming out the side of there. Lovely. And now you've got your topper. Now the decision has to be made to lift or not to lift. And I think we're going to lift this. But that means it needs to be strong. So we know what that means. Lots of dimensionals. Because if it's not strong, it won't take the weight of that topper. And the topper is quite hefty. So we might even have to shore it up a little bit. So you want to make sure that you've got enough strength in your topper to hold it. Now, where's the topper going? Down the bottom. Put an extra one in. Okay. Don't be shy with your dimensionals, because there's nothing worse than a card that either falls to pieces or B, arrives all saggy in the middle because you couldn't be bothered to put in the dimensionals just to hold it up, you know. Okay, let's get those out of the way. Right, so here I'm going a little bit up because we've got some lower interest, and then see, that needs to stand on its own sort of there-ish. In fact, I might even bring it, I can bring it down now, drop that down, put another one behind here. So we'll pop some, oops, on its own here, give that some strength. And then we're going to glue this top piece, because that's going to sit on the card front. Does that make sense? Hopefully. And then again, making sure you're not going over the line, over the edge of the card. Pop that on there. And it might help if you took off the backs of your dimensionals, Pip. You knew that. You were just testing me, weren't you? I could tell. Oh dear. Right. Oh, no, too high. Too low. There we go. There we go. There, like so. That's nice. I could, you know, even put a bit, Ange just made it on. Just managed to watch the last few moments. We'll catch the rest on replay. Cool. Yeah, no, thank you. Well, don't worry, we haven't finished yet. I'm just getting started, really. I've only been going nearly an hour, but what do we think of that? I think that's quite nice. I think maybe the aloha is now a little bit high because I've moved all this down a little bit, but do you know what? We can cope with that. We can cope with that. We could even do can you do aloha? Don't know, maybe you can. That would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Aloha. No, never mind. Stop now. Learn when to stop, Pip. That's the other thing. So I am going to make this up as to a little one because I think this one's just cute. So we're going to do the coconut card. That'd be great for somebody's birthday, wouldn't it? 3 more items to add to your order. Yes, I'm surprised that you didn't go for the timeless tropical, Sheila, because I thought it would suit you down to the ground. It's nice, it's bright, it's bold, it's lovely, flowery, but in a good way. Right, there's my little gluey thing again. Bring that out, stick this on. I think this is going to look great just about here-ish, don't you think? Along the flowers, I think so. Oh, Gillian's on a yet as well. Okay. And Debbie says, take all the time you want, cleaning awaits. Oh, hey, honey, I can keep you here all day. Don't you worry then. In that case, we don't. No, cleaning should definitely not come before crafting. Crafting always takes precedence. So I like the fact that you've got your priorities right so far. Okay. See, that to me, that's also just a cute card, just straight like that, isn't it? Plus I wouldn't mind one of those little coconut drinks. They look nice. I like coconut drinks. Pina colada, here we come. So that's 2. Should we go for a third? I think we should go for a third. See what else. I like the bananas. Let's see what we can do with the bananas, because they're just fun. Right, so first of all, what we need to do is we need to find... Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm never quite sure. I think the bananas have to go this way. I don't think they'll work that way. I think they need to be a sideways, don't you think? I think they need to be a sideways. And that won't fit that way. So, let's have a look. See what we've got. We've got more bananas. But I feel like if you're doing bananas... Ukuleles? Maybe not. If you're doing bananas, they need to be... Oh, that might work. See, that's quite nice. What do we think? It kind of hides from the bananas a little bit. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. What else have we got? Sheila was into the hearts. Now the poppies. Next all of it. Oh, I love that. My happy place. That's nice, but probably not for a card. Great for a scrapbook. Note to self, good for a scrapbook. That's a little busy to go with the bananas. That's a bit stripy. Actually, that's quite nice to go with the bananas. That's not too bad. That's the same one as that one. That's your coconuts again. I'm not sure you can mix. Can you mix coconut and banana? Well, I suppose you can in a smoothie. Oh, or you could just completely go wild and have pineapples with it. See, that's also quite cute with an aloha across the top of it. Just so many different things. Pineapples, ukulele. See, now here's bananas. But again, then then you're just adding more bananas to bananas. I don't think that will work. Alison says, rest and relaxation. Alison says she's watching whilst doing my school paperwork. Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Having to do your school. Let's go to the beach. I like that. It's a bit harsh having to do your school paperwork in half term, but I guess you guys have to do that. Palm trees, more bananas. I mean, that might work. That's another possibility. Well, these are 2 more big ones. If not, we might just have to cut a piece of cardstock. That's the other opportunity. Oh, look. Love your smile. Now, that looks nice. It's got bananas on it as well. That's nice. Sunshine. And we could add peaches to the mix. I think that's a bit busy. Sunshine and smiles. That's quite a nice... That's quite a nice one. That's a possible. Oh, too busy again. But I quite like that one. Even though it's got stripes on it, I think we could, or checker pattern, we could cope. Surfing. That doesn't go with the bananas really. Tropical. State of mind. Summer of sun would be great if it wasn't that way round, because the bananas need to go the other way round. Flowers. Or blue. Blue would work, but I think this one is my favourite because it's got the same kind of leaves. Yep, it's the same pip. Don't bother turning it around. Same kind of leaves, but also a nice wide expansion of something that you can either stamp and or add to. Do you know what I mean? So we could stamp on it directly, or we could just add things to it. Now, what else have we got here? Let's have a look. We've got an enjoy and we've got a thanks. Again, we're picking up the pretty peacock. Some little flowers, which we could add into the corner. And this is without even having to have the die set. You've got more flowers here that you could add as a different sort of floral spray. But I quite like that with the bananas. You know, maybe we add a pineapple to it. What do we think? Pineapple and a banana, maybe? Does that fit? Oh, I don't know. We've got little pineapples in the little trinkets. I think a pineapple trinket might work because it's small enough, but it's still sparkly enough. So we might have that. So let's think about what we're going to make this into. So first of all, we need a card base. Where are my large card bases gone? No, so I'll pick up another one. They come in packs like this. This is an old pack that was just large, which I just still happen to have. these days they come in mixed packs, which I think is more useful, because when you get a mixed pack of Memories and More, you need mixed packs because that's how they come and that's what you're going to use them for. So that's good. Right, here we go. Pop this down. And I always use the bone folder, even though they're scored. I still feel you need a bone folder to give it a nice crisp finish. Okay, so I think if we're going to use the bananas as our sort of focal point with a bit of a pineapple to add to it, we do need to probably go with the nice dark trim, with the nice braided trim, because you don't want to be adding too many more colours. So we have green, we have Pretty Peacock, we have brown, and we have like the, it's probably Daffodil Delight, isn't it, really? I don't know. What have we got here? We've got greens, lots and lots of greens. Don't have any of those other leaves left because we only cut out a few of each. But that's okay, I'm sure we can make do with these. And I'm thinking that the colour probably that goes best, yeah, a bit of Grapefruit Grove. That sticks out nicely, doesn't it? Comes out well. I love these little flowers that you get. You get two one size and one a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think it's Daffodil Delight. Okay, so what else have we got on here? We've got anything on here that's banana-ish? Well, actually, yes, we do. But I think that's two wrong colours. That's not going to work. And I think we need to use this Thanks from here. But what I'm thinking is that we could work with me here. Stamp actually directly on here with let's do this as a birthday one. Yeah, this takes a little bit of breathing in. Let's use Old Olive, and I say that because you only get one. Becky's on. Hey Becky, nice to see you. How are you? I was going to use the Thanks, but I've decided to change it out. I'm going to use Old Olive because that goes with our colour scheme. Now you do have to be a little bit, you know, conscious of the fact that this is the only, you've only got like 2 of these cards in the pack, but just go with it, it'll be fine. There we go. And the good thing is you've got lines, so that's actually not bad. You can follow the lines and stamp along with it, so that works. Just remember to breathe out, and then go for it, yeah? That's what we do. I almost don't want to put too much more else on this. I know that probably sounds a bit silly. What do you think? I'm just thinking too much, maybe too much, you know? I almost want to do some daubing of these. Maybe we need to like add a thingy in the middle of this. So we could do this flower, and then we could add some Grapefruit Grove if we did a bit of daubing. Or we could just stamp on it. There you go, that's the other option. But then we have to make sure that we know which way round we're going. And I didn't get my thingies lined up very well for this. So you have to work out which way round you're going, because this is not actually, it's like it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not geometrical. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's not reversible. It's different. What is the word I'm looking for? It's not a mirror image of itself. Does that make sense? So it has to go on that way round. So let's just see if I can put some stuff on, put some stuff down on here. And I'm thinking Pretty Peacock, so it matches in. I'm thinking Pretty Peacock. So let's go. Where's my Pretty Peacock? Or I just, the other thing is I could just do Mango Melody on top of it. Symmetrical, thank you Gillian. That would have driven me nuts all day. Thank you. Symmetrical, that's the word I'm looking for. It's not symmetrical. So you have to know that. Okay, I'm just going to go for it, you know, because that's kind of how I am. Oh. And it won't be perfect. It's not perfect. Might have to do that again. No, we're going to leave it. We're going to see how we can soften those edges with a bit of blending. So we'll just do a bit of blending, soften those in, maybe a bit of Wink of Stella. They will start to sort of run a bit because it's on cardstock. if you use your blender pen, so that's always good. I love my blender pens. We're going to be playing with blender pens at the workshop at the Create It as well, so that's good. Basically, you're just allowing the ink to absorb through to the cardstock. So you're just sort of helping it along. There we go. So it softens it a bit. There we go. That doesn't look as bad now that it's not quite perfect. And I think we'll just put a bit of ribbon. I quite like this side. Do it that way up. That looks like it's almost 3D-ish, so I quite like that. There we go. And then we'll pop a little bit of ribbon behind it. But I like this trim because we can, yeah, Sheila, it was exactly what I was looking for, symmetrical. Sometimes I reach for words and then don't find them, and then I think, oh no, that worries me slightly with my mum and everything. But then Sean says, stop worrying about it, it happens to all of us. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I know that. So I'm just unbraiding the braid, if you see what I mean, because then it looks a little bit more like banana leaves, or the ratting, I don't know, yeah, whatever that word is. You know that it comes in the matting that you can get with it. So I think if we do that and that looks quite cool. We like that. And then, is it a fibro thing? Maybe that's what I've got. Maybe people just haven't diagnosed me with it. All this pain that I'm going through. Maybe they just haven't. Oh yeah, it's just sciatica. Get on with it. It's like, really? Okay. I still quite like my pineapple, but I'm just not sure now that it fits. So I might have to take the pineapple off and live with it. And then what I might do is I might just pop a little. We were going to do. I think a grapefruit grove still works on that. On top, or maybe to the side. Maybe to the side, we like that. Well, a few little different sort of bits, and then it all takes away from the fact it's not perfect. There we go. Lovely. Right, so we're happy. So now we're happy. This I'm going to stick flat because the ribbon. I'm glad you think it's fascinating to watch my thought process. Some people would say worrying to watch my thought process. But I like to show people how I design, because then it just shows you that you don't have to be amazing. You know, you just have to trial and error, see what you think, have a look. Sometimes I do stuff and I go, ugh, really don't like that. Sometimes I look at it and go, oh, actually, that's not bad. You know, and sometimes I look at things and go, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's turned out exactly as it was in my head. Lots of stuff in my head never gets on paper the way it was in my head. But that's okay. So I'm glad you like it, she says, slightly worried. Okay, so we'll pop that on. I think we're going to do this at a jaunty angle, which, as you know, is my term for crooked. Okay, and glue dots are your friend here with this, because it's Hessian, you know, braided trim, so it's going to need something really sticky but not liquid. Don't use liquid on your ribbon, or at least try not to, because it does make it go gloopy, and nobody wants gloopy. Now I'm going to hold that up with dimensionals. Might go for like double dimensionals. Oh, thank you, Gillian. Thank you, Sheila. I don't know if I deserve that, but thank you. But I'll take it to the bank. I might go double on this, because single, oh no, single will work. Single will be good. Okay, so we'll do single. So this one, I'm going to turn it, yeah, this way. So one on here. And then I just like to show people really that, you know, anyone can craft anything, anytime, anywhere, really. Martini girl, that's me. And you don't have to be like art qualified or, you know, have gone to university and studied creative design or anything like that, which is great if you have. I hold you in awe, but you don't have to be. You can be just little old me, enjoying making stuff as you go. Now this one I'm going to do slightly differently. I'm going to pop oops, bit of glue on the actual leaves, on the petals rather, but on the top. And I'm going to slide that underneath and then stick it to the flower that way. Okay, that just sort of holds it there. It's in, but it's not in, if you know what I mean. It's just held behind. And then this one, I'm just going to pop some glue on the underside this time. Come on, she says, if it'll come out. It's got itself stuck. Whoops, there we go. And I think we'll just pop those up on the top there like that. So we've got some under, some over. There we go. And we didn't need the pineapple in the end after all. And I think that's quite cute. What do you think? Cute? So we've got banana. Bananas would be a good birthday card. Very simple, just a little bit of stamping. This one's even simpler, just with the Aloha die cut out. And then this one we went a bit to town with, didn't we? I went a bit all over the place, but it's nice. I like that very much. So there you go. Just I think I've probably gassed on now for over an hour, so that's probably enough, even for me. But yes, I think it's a really cute little kit. You don't need to have, I'm going to say this, you don't need to have all of the die cut elements, but you know, really, why wouldn't you? Because I just noticed that it's not very bright down here. If I do that, it's that bit better. So you don't need to have all of the stamping and the die set and everything to match, but look how much you can lift it if you do. Because otherwise that would be that with maybe a sticker on it, which would look still just good. You know, if you're a kit person, Angela's a kit person, so if you like that, then that's fine, and it would look just good, it would look great. But if you wanted to just add more and put your own mark on something that's already been pre-stamped or pre-printed, then you need to have the stamps and the dies that go with it. And if you do that, you might as well just get the whole suite, because it's like one number and you get the whole thing. You get the dies, the stamps, the memories and more card pack, you get the ribbon, and you get the trinkets, the whole lot. Why, thank you, Vicky. That's very nice. I'm glad you like them. So don't forget, peeps, that if you want to come to the Create It show, the link is in the description. Comment below and I'll pick a winner. I'll pick a winner on probably Wednesday or Thursday, just to give enough people time to actually know they're coming and they've got a free ticket and don't have to buy one. So that's always good. And maybe Wednesday, because then that gives you enough time to go. Thank you, Jan. I'm glad you like them. And then on, I mean, all three, forget about the coconut drink with the umbrella. Yeah, okay, I understand, Sheila. And then next week I'll be back. My voice might not be with it great, because obviously I'll have had the show Friday, Saturday, and class on Sunday. Don't forget to book your places for class on Sunday. We've got Simply Stylish on Sunday, and I don't know when February ends. I know it's the 29th, obviously. I think it's the end of next week. So from the end of next week, look out for a new online tutorial coming to you from Create with Pip and Jax. We will be using, have I got it here? What did I do with it? No, I put it somewhere else. We will be using the Positive Thoughts and Nature's Dies, which are in the coordination product release this month, and they are beautiful. I'm going to say it's I've done the class this month. It's not my usual style, but it is, if you know what I mean. It's kind of pushing the boat out for me a little bit. It's just pushing me into a little bit more collagey kind of space, but I liked it. So yes, so that will be the tutorial for next month. So if you purchase the stamps and the dies for Nature's Thoughts and Positive Thoughts next month, then you will get that. I'll do the whole thing and I'll send out all the information on it. So that's coming next month. So I'll probably be doing some stuff with those sets, Positive Thoughts, next week, if I can get my brain to be working by then. If not, we'll do something else and you'll know that my brain wasn't working. Is it the week after, Ange, that it starts? February? Okay, March. Okay. In that case, I might do it the week after. I don't know. I might just give you maybe a sneak peek of the stamps and the dies and how I work with them. I might do that. But yes, so that'll be coming up in March. So in the meantime, what else have we got going on? Oh yes, congratulations to Bev and also to Sue, who both won the Ladybug stamp set. Get in there, well done. That's very nice. And this month's tutorial, of course, is with either of the Peaceful Moments or the Painted Poppies, and I am sending out a couple of, quite a few of the tutorials so far. And if you bought anything from Celebration, you will be getting an email from me. You can't buy from Celebration, that's a silly thing. If you ordered something that got you a Celebration offer, then I will be sending you out a Celebration tutorial from Create with Pip and Jax to say thank you for that too. So your inbox might be a little bit full, but enjoy. Okay, so have a lovely week, everybody. If you're coming to the show, I will see you there. Wave at me. And I'm hoping to meet lots and lots of new people who I can show how crazy my thought process is on how I create cards and how we enjoy all the products from Stampin' Up. So yeah, have a great week. I will talk to you next week. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Cheers. Bye. Oh, and happy half term, and I hope it goes well for everybody.